Hi everyone, and welcome to Monday, my evening on the Consciousness Creators, and you're all so welcome. We're going to just wait for a couple of people to join us here, and it's great to be on here again. This is my second time, yippity doodah. Hi Ali, hi Ginny, and I'm here again in Ali's house because my computer's not working really well, and she's sat over there on the couch. But she's also in the house, so because it's her house. But anyway, so welcome to you all. And tonight I was going to have a little bit of talk to you about spirits and about angels. Because I do both and work with both on a daily basis, I thought maybe that I would bring together the two of them, and that we could do some work together as a group to feel that beautiful presence and energy. So that would be nice, wouldn't it? So the other thing then that I thought I might do with you all would be to answer some questions with regards to signs, symbols, from angels, from spirits, and any questions you have that I can answer, I will absolutely answer. Hi Paul. Hi Cheryl, hello everyone, keep joining in there, this is fantastic, keep going. And I have to go down scroll down a little bit, oh my good, okay, whoa, okay. Hiya Tracy, Kathleen, hi, hello Pamela, hi Ali, Scott, hi Lorraine, hi Linda. I'm up and down on this. Okay, Carlos, hello. Mary Ellen, hello. And Scott and Colette. Hi, Colette. There's our tapping girl. And we've got tapping girls here. Yes. Hi, Carlos Nolan. I can see you. Welcome everybody, and welcome to the Consciousness Creators Summit. Lovely for me to be a part of this. I absolutely love it, and I am the one that does all the angels and spirits. So tonight I'm going to present to you just a couple of little things that we will bring together as a group. I'm also going to do a chakra meditation. Now I did touch on that last week when we did the meditation, but tonight I was going to do it a little bit deeper perhaps, and we will bring the angels into it as well. But I also want to do with you it's just something that we work on when we're connecting into that energy. When I'm teaching a lot, I would connect into the energy of angels and spirit, and anyone who's on here who's a student of mine, I'm sure there'll be a few of them on there now in a moment, they'll all be able to tell you that with spirit, especially what we do is what we call sitting in your power. And that is where you raise your own vibration to connect with the vibration of spirit. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to talk you all through that. So it is going to be something that maybe some of you have done before, perhaps some of you have never done it before, but it is beautiful, and it comes from that, again, that beautiful place of unconditional love, which, as you know, I keep telling everyone, is the highest vibration that there is. Love all the way. And you know, if I get a bit of time at the end, I'm going to do some readings. I've got my beautiful butterfly cards here that are just fabulous, so I'll do a couple of those as well. But please do keep with the comments and look at the hearts and the loves. Oh guys, you're fantastic, I really feel it. Hi Cheryl, hi Julie. Oh, we've got loads coming in again. Hello Luke, Sinead, hi. Margarita, hello. Hi Sally. And we've got, who have we got there? Rosemary, hi Rosemary. Hi Deb. Well, as you all know by now, I'm not technical. So we've got Bridget. Hi Bridget, how are you? Bernadette, hiya Bernadette. And hi Bridget. And we've got Stacy. Hi Stacy, lovely to talk to you. So I'm going to do, the angel cards, or the butterfly cards, pardon me. This is them here, but let me just give you one, and just to show you just how beautiful they are, that I absolutely love these cards. I want to get one that's really, there is one in particular that I truly love, and I'm going to try and see if I can get a few here. It's not even so much the message, but guys, it's just the pictures, because I love nature, especially the butterfly, because the butterfly is the whole metamorphosis, you know, coming from the caterpillar, the cocoon, and out out and spreading the wings, and that transformation. Oh, thank you for the hearts. That lovely transformation that happens, not just to butterflies, by the way, but to us as well, you know. I mean, I do know, as you all know, we are that soul having the human experience. So as we come into life, we come through, and our whole existence really is like the cocoon and the metamorphosis. It's to transform and to evolve as a soul until we go home again. But I just want to give you, I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it there. It's just the big pink one. Well, anyway, I'll give you one. I'm not sure how well you can you see that there very well? But aren't they beautiful? Like, seriously, butterflies are one of nature's absolute wonders to me. They talk about the 8 wonders of the world. Well, to me, look at that. You cannot get more perfect than that. That is absolutely beyond beautiful, you know, and the colors and the vibrancy, and each one's so different as well, and so many different types. So I'll be using those later. Okay, so now I'm just going to scroll down a little bit more. We're waiting for a couple more people just to join us, which is fantastic. And please do get your comments in there with regards to, you know, questions you may have regarding spirit and angels. I'm actually going to talk about spirit first. And keep with the hearts. They're gorgeous. I love those. They're always, they get me there, you know, they're just lovely. So, dry throat. Right. So, hi, Bridget. Okay, so what I want to talk about first and foremost is, and there are a couple on there who are students, so they'll know this, are about our loved ones in spirit. Now, when we connect with our loved ones in spirit, we connect it through one thing, which is the raising of our vibration, but it has to come from a place of unconditional love. If we don't use that, then we're not connecting through the right source. That unconditional love, as I said to you last week, it's almost like an umbilical cord. Like I always call it like this silver umbilical cord that goes from one dimension to the other, and it can't be broken and it can't be damaged or anything like that. And it's filled full of unconditional love. So when I'm going to do the sitting in the power with you a little bit later, I want you to visualize someone. Now, when I say someone, we do not have, it doesn't always have to be a family member. It can even be an animal. It can be somebody that you just love very, very deeply, but someone you love unconditionally. And that's it's a big love. It's a different kind of a love. You know, it's one that no matter what, you would literally just give everything for. And that's the type of love I'm talking about. And that's what we use. And that will tell you how powerful that is, you know, that unconditional love. For me personally, when I do it, I see the faces of my 3 children. Because to me, that's the unconditional love there. There is nothing that can come between that and myself. So I know that gives me a huge power of strength. And then when I put it out to spirit, that's where I'm coming from, then that's what I attract. That's what comes back to me. And again, it is the law of attraction. And what you put out there will come back to you. And the same works for spirit as well. Okay. Now, last week, I did tell you a little bit about my journey with the angels and how that came about. Today, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my journey with spirit. And then I promise I won't do any more stories, okay? Because I do have enough to fill a book, but I'm not going to go there, all right? But I am going to tell you a little bit about how it began for me, because every one of us are different. And sometimes people will say, you know, I didn't see spirit as a child. So does that mean then that I haven't got this gift? And no, that's not true, because to me, every single one of us are psychic. We are naturally born that way. There's not one person on this earth that does not have the gift of being psychic. We've all got it naturally. The other thing I want to say to you is that the vast majority of us, in my belief, are mediumistic. I think what happens is that, number one, through different times in our lives, you know, you look at children and you'll see that innocence of children, and you will see with children how they don't even question if they see spirit. They don't question if they see an angel. They're not even thinking about it. What they're thinking about is, this is what I've seen. So like, what are you going to do about it kind of thing? They're not going, oh my goodness, this is what I saw, you know, and I didn't either as a small child. And the reason being that children are so open is because they've come from spirit. It's not that long, remember, since they came from there. So they're still very connected to that world, and they're still very, very open with that world, you know. And you like that, Deb, about the unconditional love. I honestly, in all my years doing this, that's how it works. Okay, everyone's saying a big happy birthday to Tony. I'm going to sing him happy birthday in a minute. How's about that? And I want you to all join in with He's a Squishy Marshmallow in a few minutes. Okay, I believe in having a bit of fun with these things. Pamela, nice. We saw 2 right after Mom's funeral, so we believe it was her and her sister. Isn't that lovely? Oh, there's Tony. He's on. Happy birthday, Tony. Squishy Marshmallow. Okay, and hi, Joelle. She's here with us. And Caroline is here. Hi, everybody.
Yes, what the deck was.
The cards?
Yeah.
These are the butterfly cards. Let me just get my box off. Where did I get the box? Give me 1 sec. I'll get the box now. What did I do with the box? Okay, I've got the box. So these are butterfly oracle cards. That's there for whoever was asking, for life's changes. Now they are Doreen Virtue, and they're just beautiful. They are just beautiful. Whoever took these pictures had one really, really good camera, I can assure you, because the color, the quality and everything, they're outstanding. And you know, they're so, you might think, okay, they're not angel cards, but they have just as much meaning, and they have just as much momentum with them. When you go through them, you'll see that. Okay, so that's that. So let's just see. So hi, Caroline, how are you? And Tony is there as well, and Mary Ellen, you love my stories, do you? When does my book coming out? After Ali's book, she says. Yeah. Sometime long after. You love the stories. Oh, listen, I've got plenty of them, that's for sure. Paul, you already sang happy birthday to Tony, did you? Did you tell me he was a squishy marshmallow?
In Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, deadly, brilliant. Oh, excellent. Okay, cool. Okay, big happy birthday to our Tony Doyle, who's all of 21 years of age today and celebrating with a whole weekend of celebrations. Absolutely. We only get 121, don't we, Tony? So there you go. Okay, so let me just tell you a little bit about, while people have just come on there, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the whole thing about children, because people often ask me about children and how open children are when it comes to spirit. A lot of people come and they'll say, you know, I think my son or my daughter actually is seeing spirit. They're talking about seeing somebody, and I don't know what to do. What should I do? And the simple answer is nothing. Leave them alone. For God's sake, whatever you do, don't tell them it's in their head and it's rubbish, because it's actually not. Not when they can come out with names and all of the stuff that they can come out with. Then that should be enough for you to know. And it's nothing to worry about, absolutely nothing. They're just still connected. What happens is, as life goes on and life gets in the way, you know, we're put down and we're told, no, you know, it's not, and that's just your imaginary friend and it's in your head. Well, I can tell you, as you know now that I'm a very practical person, it is not in your head. I first saw spirit, myself and my sister. We lived in the basement of a house, very large house, but when we first lived there, we only lived in the basement part of the house. And there were, in our room, we had twin beds. And I think my sister Lorraine was about 3. I was probably about 4 and a half. And we used to be in our beds at night, and I can remember it really, really clearly, because at first what happened was we would see them walking around the room. Now, the way that they were dressed was nothing like how we would dress, nothing at all. And they were walking around, and they were dressed from roughly about 100 years ago, or perhaps a little bit more. But these ladies in these gowns, they were absolutely beautiful. I used to always say, why does the collar come up around here? I wouldn't like that, you know. They had these dresses with the collar, and their hair would be up kind of like this, and they would walk around the room, just walking around completely and utterly not even aware of us. We didn't even exist to them. But of course, we were kids, so we'd get the blankets and we pull them up like that. We'd be like looking out over the, and we'd be back down again, and then looking at, until eventually the same ones kept coming. Now, looking back, they must have come around the same time each evening, but eventually we felt no fear anymore. We just knew there was nothing negative there whatsoever. So then we went from being behind blankets to sitting up looking at them and watching them and observing them. And it was brilliant. It was absolutely fantastic. I later found out, though, that they didn't interact with us. They would walk by us, but they wouldn't interact with us. So that meant that they were not spirit in what we know as our loved ones of spirit. That meant that they were what we now know as a ghost. So the difference between a ghost and a spirit is this. A ghost is almost like a fragment of energy that is left over, that is residue, let us just say. Energy is absolutely everything. And if you go into a house, you go anywhere and you hold the walls, or, if you see me anywhere, you'll see me hugging the walls, because I can pick up things from the walls, because the walls, especially corners, hold so much energy, and that energy can then be translated into a story or into happenings that will have happened. And I know now that they were just ghosts. And I do feel that was at the same time every night, that like, it wasn't that they were in our room. We were just in what would have been perhaps their home or their space where they walked. So where you see people and they say, so there's this lady, and she's dressed in this long white dress, and she walks through that wall every night at 9:00. She's not walking through that wall, because in her time that wall didn't exist. It's the land we need to go to, not the house or the wall. But she's not actually walking anywhere, because it's only a replay, almost like a negative. I hope that I'm making sense when I say that. And that's what it is. Now, a spirit, on the other hand, is somebody who is actually coming back to visit, and it's usually a loved one, or somebody you may have known, and they will interact with you because they will look at you, they will smile at you, and you will see that there's a huge difference there. Okay, so that's just the difference between ghost and spirit. And I know a lot of people always ask me that. Hello Donna, how are you? Hello Michelle, hi. I'm just scrolling through here, and I don't know if I think it's stuck a bit, is it?
There's one there from Bridget Boyd. She's asking about a child seeing what they call evil.
Says it has red eyes and asking him to do things.
Okay, let me just scroll down there. It's down a little bit, is it? It's kind of. Okay, sorry, Bridget. I'll get to you now once. I just want to read that comment. So we're talking about what happens is. This is a whole live in itself to talk about this kind of stuff, but I will touch on it because I know what a lot of people. So when I do house clearances and things like that, people will come and they will say to me, there is somebody in the house, there's something in the house, and it's making things go strange. Now, poor spirit, in one way, get a bad rep for stuff that really has nothing to do with them. We're human, and our minds think a million thoughts a second. So fear can build things up within us. So something that was just a shadow then can become something bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I'm not saying that hasn't happened, Bridget. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is sometimes we can let it build. It can also as well be, especially with children. This is why I'm saying I need an hour just to talk to you about this in itself. I can't get this to scroll down at all. It's oh wait, oh, I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. Okay, so I don't want to go past different comments and stuff. Hi Gillian, how are you? Hi Laurie. Bridget, what advice if child sees bad or evil spirits? Okay, so that would depend on the child. First of all, it would depend on what's going on in the child's life, and it would depend on whether or not this is an adult they feel they're seeing, something bigger than them, something greater than them. It's very, very different, Bridget, for each and every individual person and child. Now, listen, if you want, give me a private message, because you know me. So give me a private message afterwards and I'll go through it with you, because it would take me quite some time to actually explain that. The thing about it is if we open ourselves up to the spirit world or to the angelic realm, and we work from that place of unconditional love, if we come from there, nothing evil or bad, I don't even like the word evil, but nothing bad can come in, because anything bad is of a lower energy vibration. And it won't come in if we're operating from that place, if that makes sense to you. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, because this is what happened to me when I was a little child. I didn't know how to shut up things, shut down things, shut them out, keep them in. I didn't know what I was doing because I was a child. So I would see things that were quite small, and I would make it would frighten me because I didn't understand it. And so therefore it would get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because I was a child. And children have wicked imaginations, fantastic imaginations. A lot of the time, spirit get the rap when actually it can be a little bit of both. So it can be what's going on within the family house, and it can be connected to what's going on in spirit. So you may have a relative that has crossed over, that is coming back for a visit, to warn you or to give you some sort of indication we are around you and we're supporting you. But what might happen is, because you don't know that that's who it is, you get scared. And so suddenly everything starts to build with fear, and fear breeds fear. It's just like every emotion. One emotion makes it stronger, 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 strong, especially fear, because it's negative. And so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is why I only assess every single case individually. If that would make sense to you. So like I said, any questions like that, please private mail me. You know you can private message me, and I will go through that with you, because I would only assess each individually. I'd hate to be saying something to you here and have you going off thinking something that's not happening at all. I'd never ever do that. So I'd rather speak to you just one by one, if that makes sense. So I hope that that helps, Bridget, in some way. Okay. Hello, Leah. How are you? And you got the live, Leah. Yay! As evil spirit will flag Viv to see what you... Oh, yes, sorry. That was just you replying. My mentor, Mavis Patilla, my wonderful, wonderful Mavis Patilla, does not believe in anything evil, spirit or otherwise. She doesn't believe in earthbound spirits. She doesn't believe in anything. Her belief system is completely different. And this is a lady who's nearly 80. She's going to kill me if she hears me saying that. All right, she's 70. So, sorry, Mavis. So, she's worked in this, you know, this environment, and worked in the spiritual environment for many, 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 many years. And she has never, ever had to go in any way, shape or form around evil, because she's not coming from that place. And that's basically the bottom line, is what I'm trying to say. When I was little, my first connection to spirit was my own sister who had died, Louise. I didn't know she had died. I was only about 3.5, and I had no clue that she'd even been born. All I can remember is that my mum came home from the hospital. We knew we had a sister. We knew her name was Louise. And, you know, we ran down the stairs, myself and Lorraine, my sister, and we said, is Louise here? Is Louise here? And all my mum said was, no, she's still at the hospital. She never said anything else. So that night, I can remember as clear as it was yesterday, I heard a baby cry. We were asleep in bed. I heard her baby cry. I got up and I thought, Louise is home. They've brought her home from the hospital. And I went out into the hallway. I could hear the cry coming from my parents' room. Went in, opened, and I even remember the door felt like it was really high up, you know, because I was so little. And I opened the door, and Mom and Dad's bed was there, and my sister's crib was there. The crib was still there. And I could hear the baby, and I could see Mom and Dad, you know, they were kind of tossing and turning. And even at that age, I was wondering, if I'm awake, why are they not awake? You know, I was in a different room. So anyhow, I went over, and there she was in the crib, and she was crying, and she was absolutely beautiful. I can still see her. My father was very, very, very dark. She was exactly like him. She was just beautiful. And she had all this big black hair and she was just gorgeous. And I remember looking at her, looking at mom and dad, and then looking back, and I went to pick her. I was trying to, you know, it was one of those cribs that you pull the side down. And I remember being able to manage to get the side down, and I stood on it like that, and I was going to go in. And of course, as soon as I went in to touch her, she was just gone. And yet it never fazed me for a second. I just went, oh, and went back into bed. Said to my mum the next morning, Mom, you never said Louise was home. And she says, no, she's not home, sweetheart. And I said, yes, she is. I saw her last night. And I described her, and she says, yeah, that's her. But she says, she's not at home, honey. She's gone to heaven with the angels. Never thought anything of it. I was quite accepting that that's the way it was. Didn't bother me in the slightest. But it's like as though it happened yesterday. And my mother never questioned either, because she knew that my dad was like this, my granddad was like this, and all of that. So it went on and on and on. Now, that was one of the nicer experiences, of course. Like that, I had other experiences as well where I didn't know what to do. But that's why I went and I learned what to do. I learned in depth what to do. And I've had many experiences with spirit. I've done many house clearances where you are literally nearly forced down the stairs in someone's house. Now, that's not evil. Okay, that's just strength. That's all that is. It's strength. A lot of people would tell you different things, but everybody's entitled to their own belief. I can only ever give you my opinion. Hello, Caroline. She says, my children have all seen and connected to spirit and angels, but sadly don't anymore. And you're so glad. Well, you can connect with them, Caroline. You're amazing with them. So it's lovely. But you know, Caroline, it's not that they can't. It's probably just they're not ready. And that's the other thing as well, guys. Sometimes people will say to you, you know, I did, and then I ran away from it. Sure, I ran away from it for years and years and years because I didn't know what to do. Don't ever worry about that. These things will come to you when the time is right. It's not that long ago that I saw the angels. You know, it happens when the time is right. So let me just scroll down a little bit. Deb says, my first memory is of an old lady checking on me when I was about 18 months old. Oh, my mom finally told me when I was a teenager in another house in another state, the spirit of the woman who used to live there would walk around upstairs all the time and would check on my sister and I. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't it? Now, you could quite easily see how if you took a kind of a dislike or you got in some way scared of that, how this lovely lady who's just going around checking on you could suddenly become, oh, such a bad thing, you know? And that's why I always say sometimes they get a bad rep, and it's not true. It's not fair, you know? Mary Ellen says she would see dark and light shadow when she was about 5, but never afraid of them. Yeah, well, you know what? The dark and the light shadow a lot of the time can be both spirit and angel, you know. Let me know, Mary Ellen, if there was colour in that, will you? Because that's very interesting, if there was colour. Hi, Debbie, don't worry you're late. Hi, Gypsy. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? And hi, Maura. There's my Maura. Hello, darling. How are you? Bridget. He's red eyes asking to do things. Okay, I'll have to talk to you separately about that, Bridget, if that's okay with you, okay? And let's see, who else have we got here? So we have Sandra from Calgary and Alberta. Oh, wow, you just joined the other day and you love it. Well, we love having you here, so thank you very much. And we've got Deb says, oh, Bridget, yeah, so that's Bridget, that's Deb replying back to Bridget. Okay, that's great. Brilliant. That's what it's about, guys. We're all a group, so we all help each other out. Singing bowls and also cleanse negativity. Yes, they do. And there are many different ways to clear energy, guys, and we know that. And, you know, as I said, a lot of energy is only residue. That's all it is. It's not harmful in any way. It's just residue. Everything is energy, you know. So let's just see. Hi, Jane. How are you, honey? So welcome on board, Jane. And we've got, sorry, I don't know what Caroline said there. You believe you only experience what you invite in, so you protect yourself and connect. Yes. So as it was once said to me, which I thought was really, really a very practical way of saying it, if you open your front door and somebody that you didn't know was standing at your front door, and you got an awful vibe from them, and you got energy-wise, you felt you're hardly going to invite them in, are you? Yet, if you opened that front door and somebody was at that door that you felt was really genuine, really friendly, and you knew that they were okay, you might invite them in, you know? So it's about judgment for yourself. It's not rocket science. There's no real, you know, secret code to any of this. It's really basic common sense. Protecting yourself, you can do, absolutely. Again, some people don't believe in the protection because they don't believe there's anything to protect them from. I believe that a lot of the time we have to protect ourselves from the living, not from the deceased, only because we have what we call psychic vampires. Now, that sounds really like, oh, and actually it's not like it sounds at all, because what happens is sometimes people are going through very negative emotions and negative states and times in their lives. And if you're an empath and if you're sensitive and you're open to that, then what can happen is you're like a sponge. You absorb it all. So a lot of people say that would work in environments where they're in hospitals, or they work in the caring field, or they work with people in I don't know, agencies or government agencies where they have people that are perhaps they're the ones on the other end of the line getting the bad rap from people. All of those things. If you're any kind of an empath, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that big time. And you're going to come home and you're going to be absolutely worn out and you won't have a clue why. That's people draining your energy, but they're not purposely doing it. Nobody purposely does this. It's just that you're the empath and you're taking that on board. So protection in those cases can be vital and can really help hugely. I mean, there's a couple of ones. The surrounding yourself with the white light is magical. I love that one. If you could imagine you were standing inside an eggshell. Okay, so you're in an eggshell, and you know the way an egg, there's no corners, there's no nothing, because it's all just connected. Just imagine that eggshell was, you know, you're in it and there's nothing can get in at you, and it's just pure white light, and you invite Archangel Michael in and you say, Archangel Michael, can you please keep this shell connected around me, don't let anything negative in around me. Then that will stay with you for the remainder of your day. So a lot of people do this when they're in the car going to work, on the bus going to work, however you get to work, even if you're walking. Other people, if it's a little bit more than that, a really, really good one to do, and I've taught this a lot of times, it's the reverse mirrors, okay? So if you can imagine mirrors, and they're all around you, again, top to toe, all around you, okay? But the mirrors are not, you're not facing them. They're turned out that way. So whatever comes at you reflects back out. Now, not at the person. So just kind of tilt them that way and it's back out up into the universe, you know, for transmutation. Okay. So it's that everybody's protected in that case, if that makes sense. Back up into the universe. All right. That's a really powerful one, guys. I've used that one many, many times when I've had to, and it's a really good one to use. Okay. So Mary Ellen says when she meditates, she has spirit guides for their name. One time she could see in her head a young, plain lady, and the name Becca came into her head. You're getting the name Becca, but you're not sure if it was something. If you got the name Becca, Mary Ellen, why are you questioning that? It's not something you put in your own head. Telepathy is something that the spirit world use with us so much, and also so the angelic realm. Remember, if you tuned in last week when I told you about that lady in the sky that was communicating with Ivan, the visionary, her lips did not move, but he could understand every single thing that she was giving to him, and it was done through telepathy. And telepathy is huge in how we communicate. When I do, I'm going to explain that to you now in a second about how spirit work through me and other mediums, of course, and about telepathy is the big thing, you know. I just want to bring a few more people on here if I can. Hello, Sonia. And what did you say? You're a bit late. That's okay. Better late than never. Leah, you said your brother saw the beautiful lady in a long white dress in the sky. Oh, when he was about 3, really? Oh, that's fantastic. Leah, tell us where that was, will you? Tell us where that happened. That's fantastic. Hi, Aisling. Hi, Ginny. You've seen 1111 for the second time in a few days. New understanding to the numbers, but you feel alive and light and confident. Yeah, and you know something. It's because this year is bringing all that in for an awful lot of us as well. So when you see the 1111, that's very spiritual. It's an opening to your spiritual self, okay? And it just means you're moving up a notch or two on your vibrational link. So keep watching for it and keep going the way you're going. And if things will open up to you, Ginny, as in, say, for example, you just stumble across, now there's no such thing as coincidence, by the way, but if you stumble across something that is that it is a meditation, for example, or an exercise, or if you're listening to each one of us here every night and something stands out more than the others, then I need you to acknowledge that and to remember that and to keep doing that, because that's how they're going to keep getting you to raise that vibration. You have the master numbers there with your 1111, 22, 22. They're all the master numbers. So you're getting there. So that's why you're feeling alive and light and confident, because things are changing for you. So just keep going up, up, up. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Ashling says her girls at home keep having a lovely lady saying hello to them in your barnyard, and there's many older men around the land, including the rushing man. He runs towards you and then just disappears when he reaches you. I think he's just mischievous. Where you live is full of... Yeah. Now, Ashling lives, for anyone that doesn't know, she lives in the countryside, and her land of where she lives is absolutely thriving with spirit activity. I'm going to go up there someday, Ashling, if you don't mind, and have a good look around. But she tells us so many wonderful stories. So it'd be lovely to even get a group to go up, wouldn't it, Ashling, and have a good old scout around. We might do an investigation or something up there. Hello, Francis. How are you? Ali says it's a sign of total alignment, and it's also a message to look out for the next number sign from the universe. Yeah, which is like the 22s or that, because it's you're going there. You get it. You're getting there. Thanks, Ali, for that. And hi. You'd enjoy learning more about it, Ginny? Yeah, absolutely you can. You just Google the numbers anyway. Google the universal and spiritual numbers, or angel numbers, whichever. Hi, Tracy. How are you? You have a question? Okay, no problem. Can a child be sensitive but lose that as they get older? Yeah, that's what we're just speaking about. You lose it as they get older. Sorry, you're gone there. Where are you gone to on me? Oh, no. Hang on, I'll get you back there now in a second. Okay, but lose it as they get older. You used to visit me every night when you were about 3 to 4 years old, but I never actually saw her, but she whispered in my ear. Oh, that's beautiful. And that happened every night until we moved out of the house when you were 7. Have not had any experience. Sorry, I keep losing her. Now that lady, unless you knew who she was or were able to backtrack who she was, simply could have just been a lady that was visiting that house and had a fondness for children, and that's why she whispered in your ear every night. It's not even that you lose it sometimes as you get older, it's that your life changes. You still have it, Tracy. This is the thing. This is what I'm trying to say to everyone. Guys, you've still got it, very, very much so. It's just that life gets in the way, and as we get older, we start to question more. We don't question when we're children. We take everything as it is, you know. We just don't question, and that's what I love about children, and it is that innocence that they talk about in children, you know, Tracy. But don't you ever worry. There's no reason why you can't get that kind of feeling back again, or open yourself up to that. Absolutely. Now I'm going to do, so guys, keep on here, because I'm going to do some exercises with you that's going to help you to get it, raise that vibration and feel that energy around you. I'm really just going through some of the questions at the moment. Hello, April. Can you speak briefly on seeing 1, 2, 3? Now, they're the excuse me, they're the angel numbers and the spiritual numbers. So when we look at those, it's not so much necessarily that it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fact that you'd have to say to me, you're seeing the same numbers in sequence. So you're seeing the same numbers over and over and over again. You know, not that you're seeing a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. It has to be the repetitiveness, if that makes any sense to you, April. That's what's really important here. Hi, Anne-Louise. Yes, you can watch the replay. You're not that late, though. And Aisling says, yes, we can go and we can bring the girls and see the owls, because Aisling runs an owl sanctuary. How cool is that? So she rescues them. Isn't that wonderful? Leah says she's seen 1111 today by 11222333. You love when that happens. Absolutely. They are universal alignment. And a lot of people are starting to see those now. Numbers are huge, okay? And they're used by the universe, gives us the numbers. Our loved ones give us numbers. And we also get them from the angels. Now, the thing about them is, as I said to you, the repetitiveness about them, okay? We do have our master numbers being the 111s, the 222. They are the master. In numerology, they're the master numbers. In angel numbers, every number has a significance, but a lot of people are seeing the master numbers now because the vibration of the planet is raising, and it's raising because people are doing stuff like this, and they're giving out positivity and love. And it is actually because there's so much negativity every time you turn on the TV, every time you turn on the radio, people are starting to move away from that now. They're starting to move away also from being told what to believe and what not to believe, and they're starting to gain their own spiritual selves back again. The spiritual being non-religious, the spiritual being about their connection to their own spirit. And because they're doing that, they're starting to love themselves more, and they know, when I love myself, that's actually okay. It's okay to love myself. It's good to love myself. I'm not loving myself going, oh, look at me. It's not that kind of love. But if we can't love ourselves, then why do we think then that we can go around saying to everybody else, you should love yourself? Or what's wrong with her? She doesn't even like herself. If we can't do it for ourselves, more and more people are starting to change their mindset on about how that is, and they're allowing spirit in. They're opening up to the point and to the notion and the idea that there is more out there than just what we see right in front of our noses, that there are other dimensions out there, and that with those dimensions, we can connect with them. There's a whole universe out there, guys, that we can connect with. You know, we're on the tip of something, magical. It's the only, I love that word, magical, but this is the reason 2019 is very much a year where an awful lot of people would have been procrastinating for the last couple of years. Okay, they talk about us going in a 7-year cycle, so it depends on your age. If you look at you're 7, 14, 21, 28, and so on. And if you look at where you are in a 7-year cycle, can be coming to the beginning and having to end something. You may find that a lot of things are ending in your life. It won't always be comfortable, by the way, that things are ending, but it could just be the natural progression of your soul's journey here, that it has to end in order for that next new cycle and that next new chapter to appear. I love, Leah, the fact that you're seeing all those numbers. Keep looking for them, because that is that universal alignment that Ali said it is. It's fantastic. So there, let's see now. Megan, hi. Can you please answer something for me, Viv? Megan. Yeah, what would you like me to answer, honey? Just what's your question? And I'll do the very best I can. Hello, Diane. How are you? And hello, Michelle. This is jumping all over the place. Hi, Diane. Hello, all the way from New York. Oh, welcome on board. Welcome to everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. And keep those love hearts coming, because spread that love around. Hello, Michelle. You see 11, 11, 4, 4. Yep, you're seeing all of the master numbers, which is fantastic. Hi from Australia to Helen. Hello. How are you? And Tracy says, does that make sense to you? Tracy, I'm delighted if it does. But Tracy, you can always private message me and I can explain things more in detail to you. You know that. That's no problem at all. And your son died 5 years ago. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's absolutely heartbreaking to hear that. You're wondering, is that because your friends introduced you to angel cards when he died and you're listening to them and taking their... Sorry, that makes lots of sense. I've never seen a spirit, but have felt them without a doubt, especially since you're... Oh, sorry, excuse me, I read that wrong. My eyesight's not great. First of all, that unconditional love that I spoke about, that will be there between you and your son, Tracy, that's never going anywhere. So don't ever even think that that's going anywhere, honey. The fact that you have lost your child gives a numbing effect that there's no other loss on the planet like the loss of a child. And it's a numbing effect. It's every parent's worst nightmare. And But what it does have is it has a profound opening of the senses, and I'm going to talk about the senses now in a moment. It can happen to any kind of tragedy, that being one of them. And it could just be that because you've looked there and you've clearly changed an awful lot in yourself since that's happened. You're probably starting to gain your own spiritual awareness in a way you never did before, and so you're opening yourself up to abilities you've probably always had. Always, but you just didn't use them. That's all it is, you know. And this is what I'm trying to say to everyone. We all naturally have this, all of us. You want to deepen your connection, Michelle, with the angels. Any advice? Yeah, I'm going to stick around there for a moment, Michelle, because I'm going to do just a little connection to the angels there now in a minute. Okay, so let's just go and do that, guys. What I want to do is, because time is getting on, and I just messing with the video. Are they making it jump, Paul? Yeah, they did that the last time. Yeah, that's right. They did that last time as well. It was jumping all over the place. Okay. Hello, Helen. So what I want to do is I want to just, if you could all just get yourselves into a really nice, comfortable position. Now, I don't want you falling asleep for this, okay? This is simply going to be a chakra cleansing meditation. But you will have to be nice and comfortable, preferably with your feet flat on the ground. I'm going to play some music, and then we're going to invite the angels in. We're going to strengthen the chakras, and then we're going to connect into that lovely, lovely energy. And hopefully we will get to feel and see and sense spirit and angels. Now, you may experience clairaudience, which is where you hear. Clairsentience is where you feel. Clair-knowing is where you just know something, you no explanation, but you just know it is what it is. Clairvoyance is where you see. Okay, now there's clairgustance and there's all of that, which is tasting and all of that. But in this, you may experience some of those. You may also experience emotion. Let it up and let it out, okay? Nobody's watching, and it's all good, because you may be just releasing there, and sometimes we have to release in order to gain from what we're doing, okay? So I'm going to put some music on, guys, and while I'm doing that, I'd like you all to just settle a little bit, if you could, into just a lovely, comfortable position. We're going to do some breath work as well, which is really, really important, okay? And I'm going to talk you through it, so you don't have to do anything but listen to me, all right? I know that I am, I'm surrounded by love. Who's surrounded by love? Colette is. Oh, guys, you know something? I can just feel all that love. All those love hearts are, Carlos, you're always protected from spirit. I believe so. I've gone into places where people have said to me, I can't believe you drive into somewhere like that. Why? I'm protected. I know I am. And it's never, ever bothered me. Hi, Jason. So we have Jason here with us as well, and Tony and Colette. That's wonderful. And Ali and Paul. So we have nearly the whole lot of us here, haven't we? So that's fantastic. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so if everybody could just, as I said, bring yourselves nice and quiet now. Get yourself in a nice, quiet position there. I'm just going to turn on some music, okay? All of a sudden, okay, everybody. Okay, so now just listening to the music, just bringing your awareness to your breath, closing the eyes, placing your feet flat on the ground and connecting to the earth. And as you breathe in, I want you to breathe quite deeply in, and holding that breath, consciously on the out breath, feeling the stresses and the strains just coming to the surface, just coming to the surface. And now breathing in again, very gently. Feeling that breath going all the way down through the chest, the abdomen. And as you breathe out, feeling it just washing away, stress, strain, worry, washing away. Now, as you continue to breathe deeply, I want you to feel your breath going all the way down through your legs to the tips of your toes. Each toe relaxing and softening one by one, by one, by one, by one. Allowing the soles of the feet and the heels and ankles to soften and loosen. Feeling the calves gently relax. Loosening the knees. And as you relax the thighs, begin to feel them becoming heavier as you sink deeper and deeper into your chair. And breathe. Now feel the lower body beginning to relax. Each vertebrae through the spine, softening, loosening all the way up to the nape of the neck, dropping the shoulders, allowing the hands to sit freely in your lap. Breathing in and allowing the remainder of the stresses and strains to wash away, away, away. Feeling the scalp, the eyes, nose and mouth, the jawline, all relaxing. As you continue to breathe, chest rising and falling with the breath. Now I want you to visualize yourself standing on a cloud. All around you are clouds. In these clouds, there are flashes of color. Ahead of you and above you, there are angelic beings, all reaching out with their hands towards you. I want you now to start walking upon the clouds. Walking towards the angels. Nearer and nearer and nearer. And now as you step upon the next cloud, your hands gently touch theirs. As you begin to lift up with the angels. You feel light as a feather, free, safe, loved. Now you're flying, gliding. You've never done this before, it's new to you, but you love it. You're light. Ahead of you, with each angel by your side, you see these magical gates. As you approach these gates, they shine, they glow, and they sparkle. The closer you get, they begin to open. And as they open, you can hear the harps and the sounds of chorus of an angel. Gently, you enter through the gates and you stand on what feels like a marble floor. All around you, there are angels. Each one is very different from the next. And as you walk through this beautiful place, you feel so secure. Just ahead of you, there is a large room. With the angels by your side, you walk into the room. And there is a bath. There are steps down into this bath. The angels guide you down one step and your toes touch the water. And as you do, the warm water rushes up through you, up to your base chakra at the bottom of your spine. You feel a sense of energy rush through you as the water takes on a beautiful tint of red, a lovely warm color. The base chakra, this is the part of us that holds on to our securities and insecurities, connected to career, finance, connected to our loves, our lives, our homes, families. Let now this beautiful warm water soothe away the worries as you take a step down and the water comes up just that little bit more. Now it turns a beautiful tangerine orange. And once again you can feel that rush of energy as the sacral chakra just below the navel begins to open. This chakra, this is the very basis of who you are. This is where you hold on to your fears and your worries about how people see you. It's also about how you see yourself. Your feminine energy lies here. The reproductive organs are here. Everything connected to your own creativity and confidence is here. So let that beautiful energy now fill this chakra and strengthen it. Now the angels take you down another step into the glorious warm water. And it becomes a beautiful sunshine yellow. as this sunshine yellow energy rises up, you feel your beautiful solar plexus, your own soul energy beginning to open. The chakras spinning round and round like a disc, absorbing this lovely healing energy. This is your soul, the part of you that houses the spirit. The spirit of you, the very essence of who you are. Let your soul be free. Strengthen it. Give it permission. Allow yourself to take yourself to the next chapter of life. Let your soul be happy. You step down another step into the warm, warm water. And here you see that the water changes to an emerald green. The heart begins to open. You feel a stretch and a pull as you allow this energy to slowly enter your heart chakra, taking away old worries, old injuries, heartbreak, loss, sadness, anger, and gently allowing the heart to heal piece by piece. Feel the warmth of the water as it flows into the chakra, filling it full of love, pure love. Now each chakra stacks one on top of the other, and you start to feel a strength within you, a strength you've never felt before. As you step the final step into the water, it's just at your chest level, but it turns to a beautiful blue. This blue opens the throat chakra, and as the water gently enters the chakra, the energy of it smooths, softens the vocal cords, and helps you to take away any tightness from unexpressed words, so that you may speak your truth with complete clarity. The throat now connecting to the heart connecting to the soul connecting to the sacral, and the sacral to the base. Now as you walk to the other side of the bath, where the angels await you, the water changes color once more to a beautiful indigo. There you begin to feel across the brow chakra a pull and a stretch as it opens. This psychic sense that you hold, intuition you might call it, your conscious and subconscious mind opening. And as the energy from this wonderful water sinks deep into the conscious and subconscious, it removes old thought patterns and habits that no longer serve, replacing with pure positivity, loving thoughts and affirmations to take you to the next chapter of life. And now as you walk over to the angels who await you, the water becomes crystal clear. There you open the crown chakra. And from the crown chakra you feel as though the hair on the top of your head is being pulled slightly as you connect to the angelic realm. The angels lift you up out of the warm bath, and they place a beautiful robe around you. As you look at the robe, you notice you are completely dry, warm, secure, but your crown chakra is wide open, And you are connected now, not only to the angels, but to Spirit. You feel alive. You feel strong. You are beautiful. As you turn with the angels and walk back out of this room, you feel so powerful within, letting go and gaining all at the same time. Walking back out to the celestial harps, the angels that wave and bid you farewell. Back out through the gates. The angels wrap their wings around you, and they begin to descend down, down with you. Down, down, down. Back to the clouds. And as they leave you sitting on the cloud, you feel as though there is nothing, nothing in this world you cannot achieve. You've been with the angels. They wrap their wings around you and you feel their love. Now you watch and you bid them farewell. Feeling strong, feeling safe. And as they go, I want you to bring yourself back, just back gently to the room. Feeling the stretch now of your hands and your feet. Very gently coming back. Nice and gently coming back into the room. And when you're ready, I'd like you to open your eyes for a moment. Just for a moment, because we're not done. But I need you to come back, nice and gently. Nice and gently. Now when you are all back and feeling that absolute love that you have gained there from clearing and cleansing the chakras, the energy centers, it is a vital part of our work when we work with the angelic realm. It's vital that we do this, but now what we're going to do is we're going to feel the presence in our waking state of the angels. So what I would like you to do is stay in that wonderful position that you are all in, nice and comfortable, nice and comfy. Don't get up, don't do anything. Gently closing the eyes again. And as you close the eyes again, I'd like you to bring your awareness to your breath. But this time as you breathe in, I'd like you to visualize the out breath going out through the solar plexus and out through the crown chakra at the top of your head. So breathing in, pure, beautiful rose quartz, pink love light. And as it goes out, I want you to visualize it going out and up, up. Welcome, angels. Welcome, Spirit. And I'd like you now to connect with the breath, because I'd like you to go deep, deep with me so that we can connect with that lovely, powerful energy that's the angelic realm. Now, I would like you to breathe pure rose light in, deep, deep down. Welcome, angels. Now, you're doing this and you're just gently breathing out and up, remember. You may start to feel the hair at the top of your head tingling slightly. That's okay, that's just your crown chakra beginning to open. And that's all good. I'd like you to become aware as you continue to do this of colors that may be around you. and keep those colors in mind. So let us go now and let us see the colors that are coming around us as we welcome the angels. We call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael. We call upon all of the angels, the guardian angels, the ascended masters, and everybody who works and guides us in both the angel realms and spiritual realms, our guides, our advisors, and our loved ones, to please come and join us as we continue to raise this vibration of ours by breathing gently in and breathing out and up through the crown chakra and the solar plexus. So it's in and out and up, in and out and up. Okay? Now, as you continue to do that, you may start to feel yourself, just your vibration raising up, 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 which is absolutely perfect. Now, if you can remember before when we spoke about the unconditional love, I'd like you to take an image of someone that you love, whether it be a human, an animal, doesn't have to be necessarily a family member, just someone that you feel that absolute unconditional love for, living or deceased. And I'd like you now, with your eyes closed, to get that picture into your mind. And as you continue to breathe in and up and out, I want you to very quickly take that image down and hold it at the heart chakra, whilst telling Spirit and angels that you are coming from a place of unconditional love. Welcome, Spirit. Welcome, angels. Now feel that love, and it may feel quite emotional, it may feel quite overwhelming. Just go with it. Just go with it. This is something that takes time and practice, but just go with it. Up and out, remember, raising the vibration. Holding that image to the heart and feeling that that sense of love, love, love. Assuring Spirit and the angels that that's the only place in which you come from. Now, with some of you, you may feel energy coming from behind you, and with some of you, you may feel it coming around you or to the front of you. All of it is okay. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. But what I want you to do now is to just open your eyes and come back out of that, but still hold that love deep within the heart and hold it in your soul. When we sit in our power, that's exactly what we do. I hope that's helped some of you to connect, and I'm very aware that we're going way over our time here, and I haven't had much of a chance to do the butterfly cards, but I do assure you I will make the time for them next time. I will do a lot more of them, that I promise you. I just wanted you to get that sense of feeling of where you can come from when people constantly ask, how do I raise my vibration? How do I feel closer to Spirit? How do I feel closer to angels? The more you do that, the more that will help you to have that connection, but it will also connect you to you. It will give you your lovely spiritual connection. So I hope that has helped some of you and you've enjoyed it. And I know some of you will only get to watch the replay, but you know what? Just keep doing it, because at least now you can do that over and over and over again. And it'll become second nature But always remember, it's the unconditional love that gets you to that place. It certainly does for me, and I do this every single day. So what I want to talk about as well is, you're more than welcome. I see you're all giving me loads of hearts and loads of love. I'm so happy. Hooray. And I hope you got to see angels. I hope you got to feel activity around you. It doesn't matter how little or how big, relevant. It is something that, it's like any kind of a meditation or connecting in. It's something that comes with practice. But the more you do it, the better it is for you. I hope that's helped, because what it also does is it gives you a wonderful sense of a calmness within, a deep calmness within. And if you could do that, as you saw, that only took us a few minutes. So if you can do that, happy days, okay? Happy days. It'll bring you to that beautiful sense, that beautiful sense. Now, I can't go through everyone's comments right now, but I will go through them all afterwards. But I do have to say that, was there a problem with the music, Paul? Yeah?
Just, if you didn't see
You couldn't hear it at all? Okay, all right. Sorry about the music, folks. We will have that fixed next time, I promise. But I do need to talk about the wonderful Tony Doyle, who's coming on tomorrow. That's if he gets over his birthday celebrations in enough time to come on here tomorrow. Of course you will, won't you? So Tony is here, and he's here at 9 a.m. Eastern. Is that Eastern time? EST, 2 p.m. GMT, and 6 a.m. PST for everybody. So that's the wonderful Tony Doyle, who will be coming on. So we'll all be watching him. I do hope that you enjoyed this and that some of you got something from it. It is what I do. It is what I teach and what I practice myself. And I love to just share that information with you all. Again, any questions you have, don't feel free to pop them up there, and I can get to them then next week, you know. So that's what it's all about. And it's fantastic to be a part of this wonderful group, because we are all on the same level, just doing it all in our own way, which is amazing because we're all so different. So until I see you guys next week, I've kept you long enough, I'm afraid. I want to just give you loads of love, light, and thank you for all those hearts. Even through the meditation, they were coming in, so yippity-doo-dah-day. Thank you everyone for those hearts. Lots and lots of love to you all, and I hope, and I really hope, that you all have a wonderful week. And I ask all of the angels to watch over you, to guide you, to keep you safe, and to go ahead and take any danger out of your path. Until we all meet again next week, namaste to you all, and lots of love, lots of kisses, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye bye, everybody.